Okay, I just got my Starlink, so I am, or I mean, I've just set it up anyways, and I thought I would give it a test by streaming because before I go out to the woods, I want to make sure that it all works, and if it all works, it means I can do streams more often. So I thought we'd give it a try. Let's see. I don't know exactly. Oh, do I need to sign into my? I don't really know how any of this works. Oh, Shabby Chic, hello. Enchanted Zennial, oh my gosh, hello guys. I'm still figuring this all out, so I don't know exactly how. You just clocked doctor. Okay, I don't know exactly what I'm doing. Oh, thank you so much, Shabby. I'm so excited to have it. There was like such a back and forth and back and forth and back and forth about whether I was even going to do it, and then like I got it, and then I returned it because I thought maybe I shouldn't do it because I mean Musk. um, and then I was like, anyway, I finally just go. I don't know how else to make sure that I have Wi-Fi when I'm out in the boonies, which is where I really need to be spending, the vast majority of my time now. Um, oh no, Shabby, are you having a bad day? Honey bunny, what's going on? Although it might just be the damn holidays. I get it. Thanksgiving was rough, y'all. Glad it's over. Okay, listen, I'm going to tell you right now, I am so bad at names. My daughter is constantly like, you remember so and so? And I'm like, mm-mm. And then she'll give me some like the one that I, used to talk about this with, or the one that like and then I can remember. I am not good with names at all. And I used to have like a list I had going where I would like put the profile name, the username, and then like their real name so that I could try and remember whose name goes with whose, and I can't. It doesn't work for me. So I am going to say hello DMAC, even though I know your real name. I know you've told me what it is, and I don't remember what it is, and I'm so sorry. But hello. Hi, it's so good to see you. Okay, let me not miss anything here. Oh my gosh, there's so many more people. This is really just going to be a test. There's so many more people here than I expected to be here because I didn't tell nobody this was happening. So, thank you. Oh, and because this is a test, let me know if you see any lagging or weird shit like with the internet. Like, is this actually? Am I gonna get? Because I just paid for the smallest package, just like 50. It's like $50 a month for 50 gigs or whatever it is. And so I don't know for sure if I'm gonna have decent, if it's gonna be laggy or anything like that. So let me know if it is. Okay, but let me get caught up on the chat here. I'm sweating. It's a little bit warm here. Okay, Shabby, I said hello, Enchanted Zennial. Hello, Shabby. Hello again. By the way, you probably told me. You already told me probably what's going on with you, and if not, tell me in another place if you don't want to say it here, because I understand that as well. Um, DMAC, well, I was just thinking about you. Aw, hi. Where in the world am I? I am currently in Southern California. I don't want to say too much about exactly where I am, although I do have news I can share with you. So I was on my way to Southern California anyway. And because I just knew I needed to go south, and I was so confused about where in the heck-a-roonies am I gonna go. I'll probably have this in the vlog too, so hopefully it's not going to be too repetitive. But I didn't know where I was gonna go because there was really no place in the south that I wanted to go, but I knew I needed to go because winter, And then I get this email from, I don't want to say her name until I have permission to say her name, but she's in our community. And she was like, listen, I have been trying to find somebody to pet sit my lovely little puppy, but I just can't find anybody that I trust. And I was wondering if you would be willing to come and pet sit for a couple of weeks for me so that I can go and visit my friends that I've been wanting to visit for a while. And first and foremost, I was like, you know me well enough through the camera that you trust me and you know that I will take good care of your baby. That alone is like such a cool gift. Like, oh man, that's so cool that I come across, that comes to you. I love that so much. And of course, it just so happens that I was coming to Southern California anyway, which is where she is. And I was trying to figure out what I was going to do anyway. So, like, this is kind of perfect. Maybe divine. Who knows? So that's what I'm doing. In a couple of weeks, I'm going to go spend 2 weeks pet sitting for one of us, her puppy. I'm so excited. But right now, I don't want to tell you exactly where I am because who knows? I know all y'all are amazing, but you don't know who's watching. So I'm not going to say exactly where I am. I'm actually very close to where she is, and so but it's a couple of weeks out. So I'm trying to decide if I want to save gas and just stay here in the town, in this city until she's ready for me, or if I want to go out to the forest, which I've been egging to do. That's the whole reason why I got the Wi-Fi, the Starlink to begin with. So, not sure what I'm going to do for the next couple of weeks, whether I'm just going to stay here. It makes the most sense financially speaking to stay here. Maybe, although maybe it makes more sense to drive out to the woods where I would just sit for a couple of weeks. So, I don't know. Still deciding. And still getting caught up on these. I'm sorry. I'm very bad about going off on tangents, aren't I? Eileen, hello, Eileen. Patricia, hi. So good to see you. Okay, this is Charleston. My location has been compromised. Oh, okay. Well, I guess I'll move after this then. I'm never in one place for very long anyway, so I guess it really doesn't matter that much. Ginger, Lily, hello, hi. Patricia, how happy to see you. So happy to see you too. DMAC, this is the coolest time to rest. Oh, yes, thank you. Okay, so Shabby says she desperately needs to get monetized so I can get the van moving out of here. Depression is bad. Oh, honey, and worse when you feel stuck in a place. That's so true. And now that I have Wi-Fi, hopefully I can stay more caught up on your channel, and hopefully that will help. In fact, since you say that, I will just put some on in the background so that you get some hours. Because people did that for me when I first started the channel. They would just put a video on, have it loop, turn the volume down or whatever, not pay any attention to it, but it gets you watch hours. So I will 100% do that. And if anybody else would like to go to Shabby Chic's channel and help her out, I would very much appreciate that. She's a super, super sweet gal. Never say exactly where I am, DMAC. Exactly. How come some of you guys have crowns next to you? What does the crown mean? I am new to streaming, so I did it many, many years ago, and I've done it, once on this channel, but I don't know a lot about it. I figured out a way no, I think I've done it twice on this channel. One of the times I did it, tried to do it on my phone, and there was no way to read the chats, so I couldn't see the chats anyway, but I figured it out now, so I think I'm doing better now. Anyway, if you know what those crowns are, because there's crowns, maybe it's because of, I don't know. Yvonne Winter, hi Yvonne, from Australia. Ooh, y'all are heading into your summer now, right? Fun. Let's see. Love your videos of wonderful scenery I wouldn't get to see. I've been to America, to touristy places. You being you is refreshing. Aw, babe, that's so sweet. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Fleck, come to Texas. No. Sorry, but no. I am from Texas. And I kind of left as soon as I could, I'm going to be honest. It wasn't really because I wanted to leave Texas, though. It was more just that I wanted, to see everything else. Nowadays, Texas is not so great for van life because it gets, at least where my sister is, where I'm from, Austin, it gets way too hot in the summer and way too hot in the winter, and falls and shorts are fall and spring are super, super short. So I won't go there for that. And then also, I have to tell you, I am officially nervous to even cross state lines with the way things are right now. And I know that that's it's probably fine or whatever. But I don't know. I would not want to go into Texas right now. I wouldn't feel safe. I know that sounds probably overreactive or whatever, but I just wouldn't. So between the weather and politics, I think I'll stay out of Texas for a while. That's not to say I don't love Texas and miss Austin, because Austin I understand that it's changed an awful lot now, but it was one of the coolest places that you could ever be. back in the day. I hear it's changed now, so I don't know enough about that, but I do still love it, and I do still love my Texas people. My niece and my sister are still there, so hopefully things don't get too bad. Oh, Enchanted Zennial, thank you for subbing to Shabby. That's awesome. Let's see. Just Jana. Hi, how are you today, Jana? I hope you're doing good. And yes, Shabby says, and yes, we did chat about my depression since my son moved to heaven. Oh, honey, that's right. The fellow here tells how pathetic I am. The fella here? What do you mean? Who tells you you're pathetic? Because you fucking ain't. You fucking ain't. You're one of the coolest people on this whole probably planet. I can't speak for the planet, but for the platform, you are. So whoever's telling you that, fuck him. If I'm reading your thing right and it's your boyfriend, double fuck him and throw him to the curb. Because, I mean, it can be lonely being single, but I would much rather that than most of the people I ever dated. A goodly portion of them, single is better, don't put up with that shit. Let's see. Shauna says, hi from the Highlands of Scotland. I love Scotland so much. Can I tell you all that, so you know how they're constantly changing the DNA, like the 23andMe DNA shit. They're constantly changing. Because they get like more information and they can pinpoint better where you're from and all the stupid things. But let me just tell you that there was a time when they told, because I'm mostly just like Heinz 57. I'm all the things, right? All the very white, boring things. I'm sorry. But there was a time when I was 40%, they labeled me as 40% Scottish. And that is not a boring white person. And I was like so excited. I was like, I put all my eggs into that basket. Okay, I'm Scottish. That's it. I'm 40% Scottish. We just don't even need to talk about the other parts. And then the stupid DNA thing kept getting updated. And I think I'm down to like 20% Scottish now, so I don't even get to brag about it. But you are in Scotland, so that is badass. And it is, Scotland's probably maybe the number one place outside of the country, this country, that I would want to visit. Just because I just love Scottish people. You guys are so frickin' cool, man. Just cool as can be. Okay, so where am I? Focusing on the ripples. Hello! Hi, how are you? I know I owe you an email. It's been a long time. I'm sorry. I promise. I think about you a lot. Does that count? I'm so bad with emails. Shit. Sarah says, hi, I love seeing you, Birdie, and I left Texas in 24 for Colorado. Now, Colorado is a possibility for the summer. I have to tell you that every single season, I'm like, I actually kind of hope I'm not in the van by the time the next season rolls around. So there is a part of me that's like, I kind of hope I'm not still in the van by the time the next summer comes around. But if I am still in the van, it'll be fine because that is so much better than being on the street, so I ain't complaining. And if I am still in the van, hopefully I may go to Colorado. We'll see. I would have probably just continued to go back to the San Juan Islands every single year. That probably would have just been my life. Just up the West Coast, down the West Coast, up the West Coast. But when I found out that it's actually, legitimately illegal to sleep in your car there, even though I don't think it's enforced, I no longer feel comfortable enough. Like, I don't know for sure if I would want to do that now. So Colorado's very much in the bucket of possibilities for me for next summer. Jana says, I don't blame you at all. Not overreacting with what is going on. Better to be aware and informed. Thank you, Jana. I appreciate that because I do sometimes think I overreact a little bit, but there's something about hearing about, particularly because I am so vocal online about my opinions. I have heard too many stories now about people getting stopped, mostly coming back in from other countries, so I most definitely would not cross a country line right now. I've heard that mostly happening just when people come back in, where they will get stopped and then questioned for hours. And then like they want to go through your phone and they want to like, why do you say these things about Donald Trump? And I do not want to go through that. Even if nothing happens at the end of it, I do not want to go through that. And I do wonder if maybe they aren't like getting ready to start doing that just at state lines. I feel like that could happen. I don't know. Maybe not. but I feel like it's possible, and I don't want to get stopped at a line. And even if it's just like, like I said, a bunch of questioning, that's going to put me into Anxietyville, and I do not like living in Anxietyville. No. Carol, hello. It's so good to see you. Sarah says, I'm an English teacher and left Texas because I didn't feel safe. And I hate that for you. Do you know how much I hate that for you? Because, like, Texas has so much going for it. It really does. It's got, like, I grew up with Texans, obviously. I am a Texan, so most of the really good people, or a lot of the really, really good people that I know in this world are Texan. And there's so much really going for it in that regard. But it's just so sad that there are a certain amount of people who have to be scared now. Scared about losing their job, scared about losing their place of living, scared about just whatever it is, all the things, the access to hormones, like just all the things, and it makes me really, really sad, because Texas could be great if it was run by different people, but that's not going to happen probably in my lifetime. It's been, mostly Republican as long as I've been alive. Although we did have Molly Ivins was she the mayor in Austin? Remind me. Carol says, we're glad you didn't quit. Oh, you guys. First of all, it is true what I said in the Thanksgiving thing, that I have quit everything I have ever started except parenthood. Everything. And, it's a thing that I look back on now and I'm like, God, if I just would have stuck with that, how different things would have been, I don't know. So it's just that that's what I do. I either get scared or I get overwhelmed. That's the big one. Overwhelmed takes me out several times a day, getting overwhelmed. And I'll just quit. And so I came really, really close to doing that. Really close to doing that this last time. Just for fear that I could not be what you guys wanted me to be. That's where I was at. I really believed that I had failed at being a vlogger, and that I had failed at being reliable enough for you guys to, be able to count on me, and for me to be worthy of your time, and attention. And now I look at that and I realize that's, it's kind of stupid, because after the way you guys reacted to me going, y'all, I may not be able to do this anymore, I realized I was being dumb, and that the majority of you guys really don't have expectations of me, and you really don't, like, get disappointed, or, I don't know, like, I'm not hurting you by being unreliable. And that's, I think, where I had come to a place where I was hurting people, disappointing people, letting people down, giving people negative feelings because I couldn't be what I desperately wanted to be and still want to be, which is reliable and be able to put a video out at least once a week and be able to answer every single comment and be able, like, that's what I want so bad. And it seems like the things that I want more than anything else in the world are the things that I just can't do reliably. So you guys really helped me understand that I'm not hurting you by not being reliable, that I would possibly hurt you by leaving, and that it's more important that I maintain a friendship with you guys. I'm not gonna cry, I promise. But that I maintain a relationship with you guys, even if it's sporadic, than to let it go. So, I never expected that response from that video, and it changed entirely how I look at this channel now. And, once again, you guys saved me. I don't know how many times y'all are going to do this, but what can I do in return, y'all? Because I owe you guys everything at this point. Okay, all right, sorry. I know I keep going up on tangents. Let me get caught up. I'm really going to get caught up this time, I promise. Okay, I'm going back. Okay, Fleck. Hi, Fleck. We have a nice day. 65 in Texas. A blue dot in Texas. We love blue dots in Texas. But, I would drive all the way there, and then it would turn 32 degrees, and you'd have an ice storm. That would happen. Come on. At least where I'm, maybe there's a different place in Texas than I'm used to. The winters aren't as crazy. We don't get the snow like the north does, but we get ice storms that are beautiful, but you don't want to be driving in it. And it's cold. It's really cold. Midwest Mama's Adventures. Hi, hello, hi, lady. Sarah, so many in Texas I love. Yes, me too. There's so many amazing, amazing people in Texas. And like I said, my niece and my sister, who are some of the coolest people in the whole wide world, live there, born and raised, just like me. They just decided not to leave, you know, which I think most people do. That's normal, I think, for most humans. Carol says, traffic in Austin is absolutely awful. It always has been. What was it, I-35? Oh, Charles wants to know what happened with my pet spider. Okay, Peter, if you guys don't know, you probably know from the video, I had a spider living in my side view mirror. Her name was Peter. It's a whole story how she ended up with that name. Anyway, she has moved on to probably more boy-filled pastures is what my guess is. Pretty sure she was young when she moved in because she was smaller when, you know, she must have been smaller. She must have been because she was smaller when she moved in. And, you know, she stayed for a long time, like 3 months or something. She came all the way from the San Juan Islands with me down to Sacramento. And then one day, I think she just decided, you know, I think biology called is what happened. And she was like, I must make the babies. And let me tell you, I understand that because once biology knocked down my front door with the help of my ex, who spent a year convincing me that I needed to have a baby, there was no question about the fact that I needed to have babies. And I would have moved out of a plush side mirror loft if that's what it took to get a baby too. So my beautiful Peter is gone. And now I'm waffling. I'm thinking, because what happened was, do I still have it? Where did I put it? Right before she left, you guys know I was struggling with keeping her fed. And, I had like several days in a row where I didn't know if she had eaten anything. I couldn't, you know, if I didn't see her with something, I didn't know for sure she'd eaten anything. And I couldn't find flies or catch flies. I kept trying to catch flies to give to her outside, and that was very difficult. So I went and spent, I think, $12 on, these are flightless fruit flies. And literally, I gave them to her. I fed them to her twice. I would give her like 4 at a time because they're teeny, teeny, tiny. I fed them to her 2 different times, and she ate them. She'd come, get them, wrapped them up, and then, but after the second time, I don't think it was because of the fruit flies. Although maybe she was like, okay, now I'm just going to get these tiny little squirmy things that ain't going to do nothing for my appetite. Fine, lady, I guess I got to go. Because she did. She left. But I still have all of these. You can't really see them crawling around, but they're in there, babies. They're in there, and they're food. And so the whole point of that is that I'm thinking, and I got off on a tangent again, didn't I? Hold on, let me finish it, and then I'll get back to the chat. I'm not very good at this streaming thing, am I? Anyways, because I have those, and because now I know that I can, like, I have what it takes to feed live food to a spider if I love them, I am considering getting a jumping spider at this point. Because I really spent a couple of days being so sad and lonely after she left. You know, I had gotten really used to having somebody that was there that I could check on, that I would talk to her. And I know she was afraid of me and she didn't like me at all, but like, I loved her so much. And so I am considering maybe getting a jumping spider because I cannot afford a dog, which is what I would really, really like to have. I can't afford a dog right now. Specifically, I definitely couldn't bring them to a vet if they got hurt, and so I wouldn't want to get a dog until I could do that. But I can probably afford jumping spider, so I'm considering it. But I do miss Peter. She was very cool. I hope she's out there making babies, though. I do. Let's see. Mr. Dolcefina, hello. Now I do okay, and I was saying earlier that I know y'all's real names. Some of y'all I remember your real names, and I actually do remember your real name, which is rare because I'm so bad with names. But I'm pretty sure I remember yours. But now I'm thinking maybe I shouldn't say it in case you don't want me to say it online. So I'll just say Mr. Dolcefina. Anyway, hello. Very nice to see you. You were just watching my spider clips. I know. Oh, I miss her. She was so cool. Flex says I-35 is the worst. Y'all, that was a rough highway. Although I lived in Sacramento for a while too, and traveled during traffic time then too. And there, what is it? The ones that I was on was 80 and 50. Those are also pretty freaking bad, or they can be depending on the time of day. Yvonne, hello, says, I understand the situation in America very well and agree with you. Oh, sorry. I mean, I just read it out loud and then you literally said, shh, don't tell anyone. Although I think you're kidding because we kind of just told everybody. Carol, hello. Oh, wait, I think I already said hi again. Janice says, I'm afraid to even check my update. They emailed me. I want to stay what they already said. Oh, shoot, I think I already forgot what we were talking about. I'm so sorry, Jana. I'm bad about that. Sarah says, I agree with single is better than being with wrong person by miles. And okay, you guys probably know this statistic. And I'm not dogging men. I love with all my heart 25% of men think they're amazing, and I think 50, up to 50% of men are great, wonderful people. And I would say almost the same percentages for women. 50% of women are great, almost wonderful, although I would say 50% are amazing. Anyway, but no, it sounds like I'm dogging on men, and I really want to make it clear that I'm not, because I'm always the one that is like reminding my daughter and her younger, like she has young friends, of course, 20s, early 20s, late teens. And when I was just visiting them, they were constantly talking about how trash men are. All men are trash. All men are trash. Like that's, women, we do that, but we really don't mean it. I don't think most of us mean all, And so I was constantly like reminding them, girls, no, now, listen, there are amazing men out there. I have known, my dad was a good man. Like I have known some amazing men. There's a lot of amazing men. We cannot brush them all with the same brush stroke or whatever, But I will say there is an interesting statistic that is men who are married live longer. Women who are single live longer. So there's an interesting, and I think it's about the amount of labor that a woman is expected to put in relationships, and that's societal as opposed to, men. But I will say that lonely can be tough. Lonely can be really tough. But I would much rather be lonely and have a say in what I do with my time and not be being put down quite often, which a lot of men love to do. I know it goes both ways. I really do try to remember that you can't do an entire group of people with one word, description, paintbrush, whatever you want to say. But it is an interesting statistic. Like it's a statistic that men who are married live longer, women who are single die earlier. And I think there's something to be said about that. Just in the sense of if you are miserable in a relationship with a dude, or a girl, I'm bisexual and I have dated girls and boys, and I have been more hurt by girls than boys. I have been more manipulated and used and lied to and by women. So like almost everything you can say about a man, you can say about a woman. I'm getting way too into this gender shit right now. Everybody's gonna be like, shut up, girl. I totally get it. My point just is, if you're with somebody that doesn't do well for you, that's not making you feel good about yourself, better to be single. Even as bad as single can be sometimes. That's my 2 cents, and also so is it Sarah's 2 cents. So, Carol, hi. Oh, thank you, Carol, for telling everybody to like the video. Northern Summer, what a cool name. Hi, Birdie. Yes, I am a Sagittarius. I am. Tassie Joe, g'day, Birdie, from Tasmania, Australia. That's amazing. Hello. Focus on. Oh no, did I just lose something? What happens? Hold on, it jumped. Oh, okay, hold on. It jumped all the way to the bottom. I'm going back to the top. And I'm very bad at keeping up, aren't I? This is my first time. All right. Okay, it's not. It's my third time. Okay, wait. I think I'm going too far now. What happened to the pet spider? We saw that. I was on focus on the ripples. I was seeing focus on the ripples, and then it flowed away. Oh, here we focus on all. That's all that counts. I don't know what you're saying, but yes, love is all that counts for real. If you land in Colorado, I'm here for you, Sarah. Oh, thank you so much, Sarah. Lots of car dwellers around Denver. Oh, interesting. What are your summers like in Denver, though? Don't you have to get like higher to get cooler? I really don't know. Shabby Chic says, you long to be out of the van, and I long to be full-time in the van to be out of here. You know, it's so interesting, right? Like, everybody's just so different. And that's why I would never say that van life is bad, because for so many people, it's amazing, and it's a much better alternative. And, I mean, even for me, it's a much better alternative than what I would be, you know, without the van. So I'm so freaking grateful for Nessie. Love you, Nessie. You are badass. Although I did get a crack. I got a crack in Nessie's windshield. I got a dress. Sarah says, yeah, keep to the blue states. Yeah, that's what I'm doing. I'm intending to stay. I don't even know if I'm going to go into Arizona for the RTR this year. I don't even know if I want to cross that state line. I don't know. I know it's probably fine, but I don't know. Let's see. Backyard Homesteader, hello. Hi, it's so good to see you. Jana says, did you hear they want to say professions like nursing and teaching aren't to be considered professional jobs anymore? Yeah? A nurse isn't a professional? I mean, I'm sorry, but if I got somebody trying to jam a needle into my, I want it to be a professional doing it, so I don't, maybe we have some disagreements on professionals. No, yeah, I think it's also very interesting that everybody that they changed to non-professional are mandatory reporters. I don't know if that really factored into their decision, meaning they have to report anything that looks like abuse. I don't know if that factored into their decision, but it's a really interesting coincidence to me. I feel like it's probably more just a matter of finding a way to give less funding for education. And there's all these reasons why they might want less education. But I think it's more a matter of that. But I do find it interesting, the coincidence. Coasty Mom, hi. Oh, hi. It's so good to see you. DMAC says, where would you pick to be your forever home? I have given that so much thought. And I was convinced forever that it would be Virginia. And I would still happily, I don't really know that I fully believe at this point with the way things are going that I'm ever going to get out of the van. I think I will probably be in the van for the rest of my life, most likely. But I think that it would either be Virginia, the in the mountains in Virginia, or I don't think I could do the winters in the Pacific Northwest. I'm not sure, because I get really, I'm one of those folks that get really affected by the weather and gloomy days, and so I don't know if I could handle that. So maybe maybe Northern California. I don't know. I've thought a lot about it, but it's hard to really pinpoint something. Yeah. I guess if I had all the money in the world, part of me says I would, if I had all the money in the world to go wherever I wanted to go, I would probably go back to Hawaii. But then I feel weird about that because now I fully understand how badly we colonize. I mean, it's not that I didn't really get that then, but what I think I used to think was that we colonized them and that was fucking horrible, but that we were, fucking horrible. We stole some of the most beautiful islands. Anyway, but I think in my mind, I really didn't consider that the colonization was still happening and that we were still moving in on their land. We were still taking from them. I didn't really consider that until the last time I lived there as an adult. and I fully more understood. And then the Maui fires happened, and I wasn't there when that happened, but I'm just saying that my understanding of how poorly they're still being treated, how land is still being stolen from them, looking a little bit at you, Oprah Winfrey and Mark Zuckerberg. Um, so I guess I would say no, probably not to Hawaii, because I don't want to be just another white person moving into their territory. Um, it's theirs. Really, honestly, what's left of it, we should not be taking, and we should be giving back. But then we should be giving back land to all of the indigenous folks, if you ask me. Um, Charles says that you left California because it wasn't safe. What was unsafe about California for you? Sarah, Texas could be so amazing. It could. I agree. Focusing on the ripple says Texas has been slow cooking this reality for decades. Molly was a Texan. Molly Ivins. Exactly. So there was a time when we could actually elect super left folks, but I don't think we're there. And then I think, of course, with this new gerrymandering thing, I wonder, I know that it was like shot down by the courts, and then, I don't know, I need to get caught up on that. I am having really big trouble with filming political videos right now, but that's another topic. Dagnolia, hello, Dagnolia, hi. DMAC says, "Oh, Birdie, you're good at what you do because you're exactly who you are, and not who we want you to be." Oh, thank you so much for that. Thank you so much for that. Like, honestly, I think that's what I keep forgetting, because I will get I do get mean comments on a fairly regular basis. I delete them almost all of the time, and they usually don't bother me, but sometimes it'll really make me start thinking, I'm no good for anybody, and then you guys come in and remind me that's not true. You're fine just the way you are. God, do you know what kind of a gift that is? Girl. Shabby says the only thing we need you to be is to show up occasionally and tell us you're okay. Thank you. Lady Boss, hello. I just want you to be your charming self. Oh, that's so nice. Thank you. Sarah, please always know that there are so many of us here that fully support you no matter what, and we don't want to put pressure on you at all. We just love seeing you when you can. Thank you. Charles says, I was disappointed the spider died. I do not think she died. I am pretty sure she was still young. From what I understand, some of y'all were telling me that spiders can go up to a year without eating, and I did read some places that at least a couple of months they can go without eating, so I'm like, there's no way she starved to death. There's no way she starved to death, and she was still young, and I've like cleaned out her little thing in there, and I didn't find any. She's not dead. I don't think she's dead. I think she's out there getting laid. That's what I think she's doing. Cozy, hi. Flex says, no, she went to find a mate. That's what I think. Because there was something there was like more, because there was a whole bunch more spider stuff that I had filmed that I just didn't put in that vlog because I thought they're going to get tired of spider stuff. But there was this whole occasion, did I just spit it, y'all? Sorry. There was this whole occasion where a boy spider, I'm pretty sure it was a boy, I figured out by the end that I'm pretty sure she was a furrows orb weaver as opposed to a triangulate cobweb, which is what I thought she was at first. And then another, I'm pretty sure it was a boy, because they seek them out by smell, is what I found out. I did so much reading about spiders while she lived here. And a boy came and was like on her web, and they were like ticking the web, doing these things that supposedly Google was telling me they'll do, like as a mating type thing. And so I recorded it all because I thought, oh, we about to make some spider babies, and it was going to be so much fun content. But then he was there for hours, and I recorded a lot of it, and the way they would like talk, like kind of tink the web at each other, and either she was like, get the fuck out here, boy, or she was like, I'm here, boy. I don't know spider language, but eventually he like, I don't know if the wind blew him away or what, but he went away, and nothing ever happened. But I do think that it was like, she was like, I'm ready, I'm ready. A spider in heat can't be easy. Sarah says, you were made for this, Birdie. Your uniqueness, openness, and authenticity are what this kind of platform needs. Thank you. Thank you. Dagnolia says, I hate expectations. I need you normalizing the behavior of those of us that can't fulfill expectations. I need you normalizing that. That's a big deal, Dagnolia. That's a big deal because that's like, I have learned how to treat myself better and I'm not great at it, but I have learned how to treat myself better in the pursuit of trying to show everybody, because I always feel for everybody else very differently than I feel for myself. I always feel much more patience, much more I think that's a normal human thing, right? For most humans anyway. I feel a whole lot of compassion, patience, understanding. Anybody else that tells me they deal with the exact same things that I deal with, immediate compassion, immediate patience, immediate, it's okay, you're exactly, but I definitely do not have that for myself. But I do understand that when I come on video and I talk shit about myself, it could potentially sound like I'm putting other people down for the same thing. So I've really tried to not do that as much. I'm not great about it. And change how I talk to myself and how I talk about these things. So that's actually a really big thing to hear, that just normalizing the behavior of being unable to fulfill expectations on a regular basis could be helpful for people. And that's a really big thing I'm going to put in my pocket. Thank you. DMAC, one day, DMAC, one day you'll understand that the light we see is you, Birdie. You guys are killing me over here. I'm going to get off here and just cry. Damn. It's amazing. Carol, Texas weather is bipolar. Yo. So true. DJ. Hi, DJ. Hi, sweet birdie. So glad to see you. So good to see you on here. You too. Hello. It's so good to see you. Coasty Mom says, just be yourself. Thank you. That's all you have to do. Shabby says, I gotta go. He's Shabby. Okay, I know you're already gone, but if you watch this back, and everybody else, let's get in here, girls. Because, listen, girls and boys, let's tell Shabby that if she has to get offline because he's back, after you already told us that it's because he makes you feel like shit about yourself, baby girl, please consider leaving him. Please consider leaving him. You deserve better than that. You do not deserve to be made to feel less than, and you do not deserve to be made to feel scared of doing whatever it is you're doing just because he came home, okay? Sorry to get serious with you, but you deserve more. You do. You know you would tell me the same thing, girl. You know you would. Find yourself a good one. There's plenty of good men out there. Don't be with a bad one. There's good ones. Go find one of them. Charles, listen, I don't know. You've been saying some weird shit since you came in here, but I can't tell if you're like trying to like troll or what. I don't know. But you say a bat got that spider. Maybe. You know, maybe. Who knows? But in my lore, in my head, she's out there making babies. Let's see. Going live looks good on you. Thank you. That's nice. Thank you, Carol. Susan, hello. Hello. Sarah, your channel honestly inspires me to do my own vlog about teaching for so many years and the eventual move to... Have you started that already? I need to look it up if you have. If not, let me know when you do so that I can subscribe. Aussie Truth Seeker, hi. So good to see you. Carol, get a pet you can handle and take care of. I really think the only thing that is right now is... a spider. I would also really love a bird, but I worry very much. I just think that would be hard in a van, and I worry about the fumes and all of that. Mr. Dolce Vita. Mwah. Alex. Okay, so it is okay for me to use your real name. Good to know. Oh, why does it keep moving me down to the bottom? Oh, wait, I see. Dude, Pollyanna, thank you. Oh, and then you say I look fabulous in red lipstick. Oh, thank you so much. I have not worn it again. In fact, I need to show, I don't know, probably won't find it right now because I'm going to go off on another tangent, but my daughter bought me another one because I put that one on. It was so dry. It just made my lips feel really dry, and I am super addicted to chapstick. Like, I just need moist lips. So I was telling her about it, and she was like, well, there's this other brand that's really moisturizing, and she bought me this other one, and I'm sorry, baby girl, it's not actually really moisturizing. It's pretty dry too, but it's a different color, and I wanted to get y'all's opinion on that one. But I really need to find, if I could find a red lipstick, like a scarlet red. I like red, okay? I know that's a little bit crazy, but it's what I like, okay? But if I could find one that was like chapstick, that moisturized like a chapstick, I'd wear it all the time. I think I'd wear it all the time. I think y'all have convinced me, and I have convinced me, but it would need to be moisturizing. Okay, I got lost where I was. I'm going back up. I might miss some people. If there's something that I miss, please say it again. I don't want to miss it. Victoria, hello. Hi, baby cakes. It's good to see you too. Dagnolia, I had a wolf spider when I was a teenager. Ooh, wolf spiders. Those are a little more scary, aren't they? I was scared to death of Peter, but I still loved her. So what was your wolf spider's name? Carol, hi, Carol. Tina the Outsider, hi. I haven't seen you in a while. Hello, Birdie. Hi, Tina. How are you? I need to get caught up on your channel too. That's what I'll do after this. Is I'll go in and I'll download stuff so that I can get caught up. Victoria says because we are caretakers of men and ourselves. Yeah, I think that's why we live less long. Whether we're even if like we're caretaking a woman, I would imagine it does. I don't think it's a gender thing. It's just that the women tend to be the ones that are. In fact, I was just on a Twitter having a little argument on Twitter, which I love to do. I love to argue on Twitter. It's one of my favorite things to do. And there were, so there was this man that put on Twitter this thing about how, usually my wife gets up at 5 a.m. to make the Thanksgiving dinner, and I don't wake up until much later, and then I just sit in my recliner all day and watch sports while she does all this work, and he's like, but I realized, like, that wasn't particularly fair, because we both work and we both have, the same amount of like time that we have to put in other things, but she's always doing all the household work. And I realized that it's her holiday too. So this year I woke up early with her and I helped her and stuff. And it was like this really cool like thing that a man was doing that was understanding, yes, okay, yes, like it's cool for you to help. Like that's cool for you to help, and then of course there was all these men in there that were going, oh no, because we have to mow the lawn. Do y'all help mowing the lawn? Do y'all help building walls? Do y'all help whatever? And so I just got in a little thing going like, all those things you're talking about are like one and done or once a week or whatever, but women are expected, and it is true, women are expected to do, sorry about the alarm, household work, even if we also work a full-time job. We're expected to do household work and cook and clean just about every single day. And then a holiday comes around and we're now expected to do even more of that than we normally do while the man gets the day off. That is just the traditional thing that happens, right? But there are, thankfully, and that's a problem. We need to come to terms with that, right? Because now we're living in a place where most women are also having to work, but we're also having to work when we come home. It's just expected that we're going to cook, and then we're going to clean up after we cook, and we're going to do the laundry, and we're going to, at the same time as also bringing in, usually half the money or putting in the same amount of hours at work. And it was kind of an interesting argument that we had because you still have a lot of the men that are like, well, we built out a basement once. So like, did y'all help with us building out the basement? So no, that means we get to have all the holidays off. Like, but then you also had men going, but listen, like imagine that you have to, well, I even said, like, imagine that you have to mow the lawn every single day, almost every single day. And then the holiday comes around and now you got to mow 20 lawns so that your wife can stay at home on the recliner. That ain't fair. That ain't nice. The wife should be helping you with the lawns. And anyway, so it was just an interesting thing to see, like, some men really got that like, it's a matter of how much time is being put into the household, men versus women. And so men are very much opening up and waking up, and some of them are really understanding that it needs to be. And so if you happen to be married to one of those people, I bet you live just as long as him. So congratulations. Let's see. DMAC says, I believe it's the respectful, mutual caring for each other out of genuine love for the other person. And if you find that, keep it. I never did. But if you do, that's wonderful and I'm happy for you. And don't let it go just because of something stupid. Nomadic Free Will, hello. Hi, it's so good to see you. Rhonda, hi. Carol, you're stronger than you know. Thank you. Dagnolia, 99% birds are cool, 50% appearance of people are cool. I would go with that. I think that's a good one. And I would have used to said 75% of people are good. But I don't know. I feel like either things have changed, which is kind of what I think. I think maybe the internet had something to do with that. But I do no longer, I still give the benefit of the doubt that when I first meet somebody that they're a good person, because I think that most of the time it's going to be. But I'm much more wary now and paying a little more attention to flags than I used to, because I've realized that I think you're right. I think it's closer to 50% of people that are good, really good. And that's for either gender. See, Sarah says I'd rather be lonely than lonely by myself than lonely in a relationship. That's a good one. Yes. Charles said he's not going to do any mansplaining. Thank you. Susan, the people with crowns comment the most. That's what the crown is. Interesting. Cute, cool. Thank you for telling me. Carol, I love you. I love you too. Thank you. I do. Tina Lucille, hello. This just popped up on my feed. Hi, it's so good to see you. Sarah Pearson, hi from Ohio. Yeah, Bucks. All right. I've driven through Ohio. Does that count? Sarah, Denver summers can get hot, but it's still always cool at night. Like it might feel too warm in my house for like 3 hours in the afternoon, but compared to Texas, it's nothing. Interesting. That's good to know. Jada, hello. We're Starlink right now. Oh, cool. Right on. We are connected through the stars. That's kind of cool. Stephanie, hi. Hello. It's so good to see you. I still regret that I didn't get a chance to see you when I was on the East, because I have to tell you, speaking of that, this is totally nothing to do with anything. But you guys on the East Coast. So the East Coast, I will probably never come back to the East Coast. I did not have a very good experience there. And so I don't see myself coming back, except that this is going to be so stupid, you guys, but there was a cake that you could find at the grocery stores there called, I believe, rum cake, that I tried while I was there. And it was like the best cake ever. The icing had this texture to it. I don't know how to explain it. It was so good. And you could find it at like not Ralph's, but whatever the East Coast grocery stores were. I've come back to the West and I cannot find it anywhere. It does not exist. I look every single time I go to the grocery store. I go over to the cold section now to see if they've got that rum cake. And they don't. And so then I even looked it up online, like, what the heck is rum cake? And the only thing I could find online was like a bundt cake. That was not this. This was more like a regular cake with regular icing. That was so freaking good. If anybody can tell me about the rum cake from the East Coast, like maybe when I'm pet sitting for our friend in Southern California and I'll have access to an oven, maybe I could make it. Because I have been craving this rum cake since East Coast, and I'll probably never be able to try it again. So that bums me out. And it bums me out that I'll never get to see you, Stephanie, unless you come west, because I don't see myself ever going back east, unless I get really lucky and somebody gives me a house in Virginia. Carol, hello. Enchanted Zennial, follow the money. It's to get private loans that cannot be forgiven. I know that this is related to something we were talking about earlier, but I don't remember what it is. I'm so sorry. Jada, you can always camp on the California side. It's like 20 minutes from Quartzsite. Yeah, see, and I have definitely considered that, because there's Blythe right there, and you can get like a lot of stuff done in Blythe. So that is a possibility. And then maybe, because the only reason I would want to go to Quartzsite at all is because I know a lot of you guys are going to be there. And then there's also going to be one person there that I would not, anyway. So, but maybe like I could just get to Blythe and then you whoever wanted, to meet up, that I could meet up with y'all, that y'all could come there and we could maybe see something there. Because I don't know, I'm just so vocal online about how much I hate Donald Trump, and he really hates people that hate him. So I worry about crossing state lines. I really do. Like, you have to go through the checkpoint, it's just like a fruit checkpoint, but it's still a checkpoint. I still get nervous every time. Shabby, hi, you're back. Hello. Good. Nice to see you. I love you. Everything I say is just very much out of love. But if he doesn't treat you right, girl, let him go. Okay. Carol says nurses are underappreciated by like a bajillion, quadrillion, so much percent, and teachers as well, right? Dagnolia. Don't you have to be higher to be cooler in Colorado? Yes. And I like to get high. Okay. Sheila. Hi, Birdie. Hi, Sheila. Hello. Stephanie, so happy to catch you on live. I miss your beautiful spirit. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Begin at. Hi, Birdie. This is so cool. Yes, it is. I can't believe how many of you guys are here. I did not at all announce this. This is crazy. In fact, I should probably check. I just came in to test to see like how my batteries would handle it and how, like all of that. I think we're doing okay right now. Sandy, hi, hello. Pollyanna Travels, hi everyone. So glad Birdie's doing this. Me too, Pollyanna. Thank you. Charles, Birdie has potty mouth today. I have potty mouth every day. Yeah, a little bit. Carol, I try, I used to be so bad about it, way worse than I am now, but my daughter went through a period where she hated it, so I really did try to stop, but, I grew up with potty mouth parents, and so it's just, like, my mom and I's favorite thing to say whenever anything went even slightly wrong was, shit, fuck, hell. So, like, I don't know, it runs in the family, man, I'm sorry. Carol, what happened to Hawaii was awful. And is still happening to Hawaii. I mean, what the developers have done after the Maui fires, we should give that island back. We really should. But then we should also give lots and lots and lots of land back. I'm hashtag land back. Focus on the ripples. Molly was a journalist. I think you're thinking of Ann Richards. You're right. Molly was a journalist. You're 100% right. I was thinking of Ann Richards. And she was the governor of Texas, right? Or the mayor of Austin. I'm so bad at remembering shit. Anyway, you're right. You're totally right. I got them mixed up. Sandra, hello. How are you doing? You look so good today. Aw, and I hope you're not mad at me for my comment. Just the best for you. I don't remember, so I would imagine probably not. But now I'm going to go back through. I have to get caught up on comments. Y'all, I have the weirdest how many videos have I put out about my inability to keep up with comments and how much it bothers me? And then I put out this one going, I'm just going to heart everything so people know that I've read it. At least people know that I've read it. And I've tried to do that. I read it and I like go to heart it. And then I'm like, but I want to respond to it. And I can't respond to it right now because I have brain crud. So I'll wait, and then I don't, and then I'm still having the same problem, and so I'm still not hearting everything I read, and I'm just so bad about it, and I am a little bit behind on reading them, a day or two behind, so maybe it's something new, but I doubt that I'm mad about it. I doubt that because you can absolutely critique me, you can give me advice. There's very few things that'll actually make me go, okay, well, that was freaking rude, So probably not. Begin at, you are sunshine. So are you. Carol, ignore the haters. Most of the time I can. Charles says, my van got stolen in California when I was using the restroom. Charles, that's terrible. I'm so sorry. God bless it. People, that's that half of the human population that suck balls. Donkey balls at that. Fleck. Peter's having babies by now. I hope so. I hope she has so many babies, and I hope she names at least one of them after me. She spent $80 on Spider's Place. I did not. This was $12, but I only got to feed her twice out of them. They're still crawling around in there. You probably can't see. I don't know if you can see them crawling. They're still in there, which is one of the reasons why I'm thinking I already spent that $12. I could get a jumping spider. Probably would take another $50 or so to get the spider and like, you know, the supplies and like the place for the spider to live, which is not cheap. You know, I have not been doing very good financially speaking, although I did get 2 gifts. Thank you so much, you guys that sent me gifts. Thank you so much. I really actually wasn't sure how I was going to get through. Anyway, doesn't matter. The point is, I realized that's not the smartest way I could spend my money, which is why I'm still hemming and hawing. But I'm like, I wasted $12. So shouldn't I just waste another $50? And then I get a friend. And then I get a friend. I can't decide. Tina, don't female spiders eat their mates? Some do. Some do. From what I understand, this brand doesn't, or almost never does, or something like that. I can't remember now exactly, but it wasn't like I was worried for the male. But some absolutely do. Beginat says, your van looks so cozy. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, she's not turned on, or I'd turn my little thing on. Thank you. She is cozy. She's so cozy. I love her so much. Best gift ever. Thank you guys. Best gift ever. Sheila, I love you, Birdie. I love you too. Hi. Wendy, hello. Overthinking age. I love hearing you laugh. Oh, thank you. Carol, when I see you smile, it makes me smile. That's so cool. I love that. I'm so that way too. When I see somebody smile, I smile with them. Or if I see somebody cry, I cry with them too. I'm very like empathetic emoter. Would that be the thing? Overthinking age. Remember your worth, Shabby. Yes, Shabby. Tina, I can forgive others so easily. So difficult to forgive myself. I got a kanji forgiveness tattoo to remind me. Interesting. I'll have to look at that. It's so important. And that is, I think, one of the biggest things I've learned through this is that if you don't learn or try at least to forgive yourself, then you're treating yourself worse than you would treat other people. And you're also, what's the word I'm looking for? Displaying, there's another word for it, where you're like an example. Anyway, you're giving an example to other people, especially when you're on, camera like I am sometimes, when I can turn the camera on, that I don't want to set an example to anybody else that they should treat themselves the way that I treat myself. So I am trying to learn to have a little bit more forgiveness for myself so that I can set that example for other people. It's hard, girl. It's hard. Let's see. Carol says, going live is a good thing for you. This was great. I think it's going to work. I think I might be able to do it on a fairly regular basis because, well, y'all tell me, has there been a lot of like lagging, funkiness happening here? Or is it coming through okay? Do I have decent enough Wi-Fi that this works? Let's see. Jamie. Hello, Jamie. Hi. Carol says Charles is a troll. I feel like that might be true. Oh, I think I just see now. Look, it just did a little weird thing there. I saw it freeze for a second. I don't know. Y'all tell me if it's doing that on a regular basis. I do feel like Charles is a troll as well, but like he's an interesting troll, So like, troll away. Interesting is fun. Unless he starts being a dick, then okay. Sorry, Charles, you're gonna have to go. But if you're just interesting, hey, hi, good to see you. Melanie, got to pee in the van so it can't be stolen. That's what I do. My toilet is literally right behind me right now. So that's what I do. Sheila, you're so kind. So are you. Thank you. Lisa, hello, hi. Playing with my 2-year-old grandson and no time to watch, but I had to say hi. Hello, you're probably playing with your grandson right now, but that's amazing. Give him a little kiss and a hug for me. She took the long way home, asked, did you get a jumping spider? No, I bought these for Peter when Peter was living in my mirror. But then Peter moved out. And it is a little bit insulting that she moved out like literally after the second time I fed her with these things. And there's a part of me that thinks she was like, lady, you were feeding me flies in Oregon. Now what happened? And she's like, I'm gonna go find me a fly, maybe. No, I think she's out there making babies. No, so I didn't, but I am considering getting a jumping spider since I already have their food. Otherwise, what do I do with this? Part of me says let them go, but that, I don't know if that's probably right to do. I don't know. What would y'all do with a whole thing full of, maybe I could go on Craigslist and ask if anybody needs them and just give them away. Let's see. Dagnolia, I found a chocolate chapstick that made me look like I ate a messy candy bar. Amazing. Wait, but that means it had a chapstick that had enough color in it. What kind of chapstick is that? Did it keep you moisturized? And my wolf spider was creatively named Wolfie. Amazing. You know, sometimes simple is best. Deb, hi Debbie. Hello Debbie. Hello. She's doing so good. I did crack her windshield somehow. I don't know what happened, but there's a little crack happening. I gotta get it fixed. Otherwise, she's doing amazing. Thank you so much. How are you doing? Okay. Jana, no, it's great. Thank you. I think maybe you're talking about the video because somebody else right after that, Pollyanna, says your video's coming in clear. That is so good to hear. Karen. Hi, Karen. Hello, Karen. How are you, beautiful Karen? How is Miles, beautiful Karen? Enchanted Zennial says the video's been fantastic. Okay, that's so good. That means I can do this more on a regular basis. That's so fun. This is so fun, you guys. Holy crap. I'm always nervous. I was nervous last time when I did this in New York, and I was nervous this time, but then like as soon as I start talking with you, it's like we're just friends hanging out. How cool is that? How cool is that, man? The internet has done some funky shit, but then there's this, right? So freaking cool. Let's see. Sabo Cat, hello! Just popped in. You're a beautiful person, inside and out. Oh, love your content. Thank you. That's so nice. Thank you so much. Dagnolia, I agree with Charles and your daughter regarding the potty mouth. Doesn't stop me loving you. Thank you, Dagnolia. I'm not great about it. I'm not, but you know, here's the thing. That and the phone, like, there's so many things that I just cannot stand about myself. I mean, God, there's way more things about myself that I cannot stand. Like intense hatred, right? You know, so that and I have to like work on those constantly, right? I really try to answer emails even though I don't do it very well, and I really try to answer texts even though I don't do that very well, and I really try to put videos out even though I don't do that very well, and I really like there's all these things that I'm constantly working to try and do better, be better about this. Please, God, please be better about this. So that some things I just have to let go by the wayside. And those two are the biggest things for me that I just can't put a lot of energy into anymore are phone calls. I am not going to get on the phone with almost anybody, really just my daughter. That's pretty much it that I will actually have a phone conversation with. And even her, like, she knows she's not going to get me on the phone every day. Like, that's just not going to happen. Once, twice a week, we'll have an hour and a half conversation, and that's as much as I can do. And I have to be okay with that because there's enough other things for me to hate myself about, and cussing is another one. I'm going to cuss. Sometimes I'm going to cuss. A lot of times I'm going to cuss. And I know it's not great, and I know that it offends some people, and I hate that, that I would give a feeling like that to somebody. But I hate a lot of things, other things that I hate even more. And I put enough energy into those. I just don't have enough energy to put into that stuff. I hope that's okay. Although, Dagnolia, you already said it's okay, so thank you. Wait, somebody sent, you guys, hold on. Somebody sent me something, but I don't want to, like, lose my place in line to get to it. So I will get to it soon. Thank you, though. I'll get to it in just a sec. Okay, let's see. Where was I? Lady Boss. Hi. Lady Boss says, no glitches on my end. Coming in loud and clear. All the way from Ohio. Amazing. Ooh, me oh my yo. Look at Miss Ohio. Okay. Ruth. Hello, Ruth. Hello. I'm excited, too. It's so good to see you. How are you? Wait, is it Ruth or Ruther? How should I say your name? Beth, just love you. You helped me with my depression. Oh, thank you so much. I think that's my daughter. No. That can't be my daughter. No. No. Never mind. That's not my daughter. My daughter was there for a second. I was like, oh my God, girl, what you coming for? I think I'm mostly boring for her. Anyways, what was I going to say? The depression thing. I am going to talk a little bit more about that going forward. Because I think that y'all have convinced me that just talking about it, because I know that hearing about it too can be helpful. So maybe being the one talking about it is good. So I am going to do that more. So thank you for encouraging me to do that. Annabana, Birdie, why am I so late? Oh, because I didn't do any kind of notification about this at all. I really was just like, let's just see how well this Starlink works, and I'll just pop on for a couple of minutes. And I didn't expect. This is crazy and so cool. How many of you guys are here? Carol says my signal is amazing. That is so good. I'm glad to hear that. Allie, hi, Birdie from a full-time van lifer in the UK. Oh, you watched me from the start, Allie. That's so cool. Where in the UK are you, just general area right now? And where do you go? I don't know enough about the UK, like, geographically when it comes to seasons. Like, where do you summer and where do you winter? Fallen Star, Burt's Bees Wax Tinted Lip Balm. Okay, we're gonna have to check that out. It's really tinted. Okay, I'm on board. Let me give it a try. Karen, you got 12 inches of snow, baby girl, already. What are we in? Oh, honey, do you love the snow? I loved the snow because I didn't have to be driving around in it. I can't imagine like having to get to work and stuff and all of it though. I think that would change the way that I thought about it. Mr. Dolce Vita, Birdie, make sure you keep up with the van. Oil changes, air filter, cabin air filter. So I think, I've been getting my oil changes, every time it's due, and then they've changed. I guess I need to figure out some more about that situation, because that is like the number one most important thing, right? Is that I think, because Debbie had already done her transmission fluid change, which I think you're supposed to do like right around the 100,000, 125,000 mark. So she already did that, which is amazing. So I don't have to do that. But I think there might be some other things that I need to look into that we might be coming up on, because I did just roll over to 125,000. So I might be due for some things. And I need to find out more about that filter situation. So thank you for reminding me about that. Charles, the Discovery Pass goes up next year. Are you talking about in the Washington State pass? Because it was only $30 when I was there. $35, something like that. Melanie, blew off my plans as soon as I saw you were live. Melanie, what were your plans? That's so sweet. Wow. Melanie, that's so sweet. Wow. Beginette says, Birdie, you are so intelligent. Aw. Not really, but thank you for saying that. This world would be a much better place if there were more people like you. You give so much with your honesty and willingness to share your story. You are a healer. That's a big thing to say, but so sweet. Thank you so much. Stephanie, thank you for the gift. Thank you. Hoping you find your rum cake. It's the Christmas season, so it should be available. Do you know what I'm talking about, though? That particular kind of rum cake? Because I want it. There was like, the icing was like almost like a custard. I don't know. No, not really. I can't think of the right way to add, because what I want to say is the icing had a little bit of grittiness to it, and that sounds like the wrong word. It sounds bad. It wasn't bad. It was so good. And I am, quite experienced in cake eating. So, if you know what kind of rum cake that was, and even better if somebody has a recipe for it, because I don't think I'm going to be able to find it in the grocery stores here. I have been looking since I've been back on the East Coast. Literally been looking. I mean West Coast. Excuse me. That was gross. Sorry. I'm getting over a cold that my daughter gave me, by the way. Thanks, baby. Let's see. Oh, Anna says they say the most intelligent women cuss like sailors. I've heard that before. In fact, I have heard that it is a sign of intelligence, So, there's that. Wildflower Sings. What a cool name. Wow. Well, I won't take up space. Love you anyway. Wait, why won't you take up space? Love you anyway? Did I miss a thing from you? Wildflower Sings. I am so sorry if I missed a thing from you. The thing keeps like it'll keeps bumping all the way down to the bottom, and then I have to go back up and find. So if I missed something from you, I'm very sorry. You are 1,000% not taking up any space, or maybe like everybody takes up little space, but like that's good. Take up space. You're a human being. You're supposed to take up space. So I'm so sorry if I missed something. I love your username. Carol, hope you had a blessed Thanksgiving. It's fine. Here's the thing. I told you a couple people gave me gifts right before Thanksgiving. And I was going to use a little bit of that to treat myself to a Thanksgiving dinner. But then I thought, maybe I could save it so I could get it. So I put that money aside instead of doing that. So I just ate, what did I have on Thanksgiving? Whatever, normal stuff. But I put the money aside for that, which will be much more exciting if I end up doing that. I'm arguing with myself because it feels like a waste of money, And eventually I'd have to buy another one of these. These only last like 4 to 6 weeks, I think. So I'd have to buy. It would be more money that I would have to put into it. Like, not much. $15 every couple of months maybe, or I don't know how long it would be, but. I'm just, I really, really, really would like to get out of the van someday. So it seems kind of silly to spend even just a little bit of money on something that I don't really need, Although I didn't need this, so I'm not the best about money spending always. Let's see. Carol, I hope you had okay. She took the long way home. How dare she abandon you, right? I can't tell you how sad I was. Like, I don't fully understand how I could have been so emotionally impacted by it. I still don't fully understand it, but I still miss her. I still check the mirror every morning. It's the first thing I do. I wake I was always, I'd wake up and I'd open my thing and I'd look at the thing and she would have made a new web. So I would know she's still there and I could be like, oh, okay. And then once I would get in the front seat, I would like open the thing and I'd like talk to her, and I still, excuse me, I still check every morning. Is it maybe she's just been hibernating? I don't know. Beginner, I wish you could see what we see in you. Truly amazing and beautiful. Well, whether I see it or not, I appreciate so much that you see it. Although I have to say, like, I'm always constantly worried, like, they just haven't figured out. They're going to figure out eventually that I'm actually a piece of shit and they're all going to leave, that kind of thing. But I appreciate you saying that. Tina, being an empath can be extremely draining. Yes. Stephanie, yeah, I'm great at texting, but horrible about being on the phone. I'm not great at texting either, but I will text with you. It just won't be, like I will with some people, a few people. I've only given my number to a few people. And I text my daughter every single day. I text her every single day without fail. I forget what everyone's, and then I'm like the next day, I'm so sorry. But most people, you're probably gonna have to wait a day or two. Or a week or two. I hate to admit it, but it's true, before I respond. But I will almost always eventually respond on text. But I will not get on the phone with you. I don't, Jesus Christ himself could try and call me and I'd be like, text me. Jenny, hello, hi, how are you? Don't worry about what you don't do well and concentrate on what you do best. Your smile lights up the room. Your honesty is so refreshing. Jenny, I get so happy every time I see you. I love you so much, Jenny. You've been here for so long, and you've just done everything. Like, you just always make my heart feel so full. Thank you, Jenny. Sebo Cat, begin at so agree. She's amazing for so many reasons. You guys, you're gonna make me blush. That's so sweet, man, though. God, like, my face, I swear, like, it hurts from smiling. Like, y'all are saying the coolest freaking things. Oh, okay, Patricia. Ruth is not Ruth. Ruth is Patricia. That's probably where the PA, maybe, or Patricia, rather. I bet you that's what it is, and I've been calling you Ruth this whole time, girl. I am sorry. Now, will I remember that? Probably not. I am so bad with names, but it's good to know for now, and hopefully I will remember. I remember some. Like, but usually I have to see it like over and over and over again. There's one person on here, Stay Tuned is her profile name, but her name is Nancy, or Nance. She goes by Nance, and I know that because she almost always signs off her comments with Nance, saying Nance, like signing off. So I know her name because of that, because I've just seen it so many times. But usually I'll have to see it quite a few times before I will be able to remember to connect. So hopefully Patricia sticks. But don't be mad if it doesn't, because I love you so much. If I call you Ruth again, just know I love you, and I know who you are. I just am bad with names. Fleck, I've been blocking Charles. Yes, I can do that, so behave out there. Blocking Charles. Are you Fleck? Do I even have moderators? I feel like I did. I don't know what happened with that, frankly. I don't know if I have moderators right now at all. I don't know what you're saying. But I don't block. I wouldn't block unless people are being mean. I would not block anybody. Or spreading lies, because people love to do that. I would block that too. Feminine Poet. Thank you for all your videos and your caring, and you have a community that cares about you. So you say, I think you were going to ask a question, and then so maybe you ask later down, so I'll keep going. Focusing on the ripples. There aren't enough words to describe the human experience. Don't beat yourself up about cussing. It's hard for me to trust people that don't cuss. Interesting. Thank you for that. I like that, though. Carol, I think just about everyone suffers from some kind of depression. I think a fair amount do, and I actually used to think like that was just the way that it was, and then I met people who don't deal with depression at all. Like, it wasn't a thing I would like question or ask people about, but like I met people who like just do not understand. Like, they wake up and they're fine, and they have no problem doing like normal things. They get tired like everybody else, and they have sad situations like everybody else, but like, I don't know how deep I want to get into it right now, and so I won't, but they just don't experience the things. There are definitely people out there that don't, but I think that a very good lot of people do. Oh, here's the question from Feminine Poet. Is it hard to find parking? Not anymore. It used to be so hard. It used to be a thing because I was so petrified to get that knock. Because either the first or second night I was in the van, I got the knock. And it sent the fear that it gave me. And I thought I was going to have a heart attack because my heart started going so fast. And the fear that it gave me when the knock came, just on that second night, I think it was the second night, that I was in the van ever. And so that set me up for having so much fear for that happening in the future, that I spent the first year at least in the van, where I would spend, no joke, at least an hour, sometimes upwards of 2 and 3 hours, trying to figure out where I was going to park, because I wanted to know I was not going to get the knock. And then I hardly ever did. Like, I hardly ever did. And then I got so tired of doing that. The looking. And long story short, I won't go into the whole story of it, but I'm now at a point where I almost always park on the street. When I have, unless I get to go out to the wild, which now I have Starlink, I can do that. But I almost always park on the street. I do not do private parking lots at all anymore, because that is where you'll get the knock, or at least in my experience. The only time I've ever gotten the knock was in a parking lot. I don't do parking lots of any sort, any kind, any 24-hour places, nothing. I don't do parking lots anymore at all. I just do streets, and I just make sure, I've done a video about it before, but the reason why it's just so easy for me now, like it takes me 10 minutes to find a parking spot now, because I just go into my map and I go onto the satellite thing, and then I look either for an apartment complex near me or a hospital near me that I know, to see whether or not they will have street parking next to it. You can just use the satellite view and then the Google Street View to sort of make sure there's no parking signs there or whatever, or a parking limit or whatever. And then I just do that. As long as there's other cars parked on the street and there's no sign saying you can't, and you can easily find that through Google Maps, I don't even worry about it. Like, even since leaving San Juan, the San Juan Islands, I don't, and this is not, don't do as I do, maybe. I can't advocate this being a good idea, but I don't even check and see whether it's legal in the city anymore. I'm so tired of thinking about it. I just go to a place where I know people park there overnight. I get in there and I park overnight, and then I just don't use my lights at night pretty much. I'll use maybe just a really dim light, and I'll have my phone light down, and I have everything covered, and I just stay in there, and I'll use like my headphones so you can't hear anything, and I just stealth the fuck out of it, right? Sorry, the freak out of it. Sorry. It no more takes me more than about 10 or 15 minutes to find where I'm going to park at any given night. I don't park at the same place 2 nights in a row, almost never. And so no, it does not bother me anymore. Now, will I probably eventually get the knock doing that? Maybe. Or maybe not. So why spend too much time worrying about it? That's where I've gotten to. But only because I spent the first year spending ungodly amounts of time trying to know I wouldn't get the knock, and I just got tired of it. Let's see. Where was I? Stephanie, 80 of us. 80? There's 80 of you? See, I can't see that because I'm using this program called OBS in order to do this, so I'm not even on YouTube right now. I can't see that. But that, oh my gosh, for a thing that, like, I didn't even tell anybody we were doing this. That's so cool. Right on, man. Carol, I'm so happy you got your Starlink. Me too, man. I went back and forth, and I turned, because, well, I don't know how much I want to go into it right now because it's a long story, but I still feel a little bit of like guilt about the fact that I am supporting Elon Musk, who I think, well, I've gotten to the point where I just think billionaires are, I don't understand. If you have more than $1 billion, like if you get yourself to $2 billion, how did you do that in this world? How are you not just giving away copious amounts of money? What is wrong with you? The amount of people that are starving in this world, the amount of people who have to drink dirty water in this world, the amount of people who are dying from disease that can easily be fixed. It's just these people can't afford it. Like, and you've got $2 billion? What kind of selfish ass piece of shit are you? And I'm sorry, that's how I feel about it. That is how I feel about it. I didn't used to feel about that, but like the more and more, all the things that have happened in the last, decade, I now feel that way. Billion, fine. But once you make that billion, if you're not now giving away so much money that you don't make it to $2 billion, that you can never possibly make it to $2 billion, you are a selfish piece of shit. That's how I feel about it. Sorry. I don't even know why I went into that tangent. Sorry. Oh, the Starlink, right. Because Elon Musk is a selfish piece of shit. He literally told the world, if you can figure out how I can solve world hunger for something like $4 billion or $40 billion or something of what he said, if somebody can come to me and show me that they can absolutely cure world hunger with $40 billion, I'll give you the $40 billion. And some group, I can't remember the whole details about it because I'm not good with remembering details, but some group spent like a year or two studying, coming up with a way that they could take that and cure all of world hunger. Presented it to Mr. Musk, and he said, never mind. Now, I could be getting some of the details of that story wrong, but the point here is that he knows he could cure world hunger. He knows he's going to be a trillionaire. Almost certainly. He's going to be a trillionaire. And I'm giving him $50 a month. Now, I got a problem with that, but I don't know what else to do. Because how else am I supposed to access the internet, which is so important for this, for everything, right? If I get out of the cities, which I feel like I need to do for the most part, even though I've like kind of gotten past I'm not really past the scared of it, but I'm just past the worrying about it. I still just deal with the scared of it. But I wouldn't have to deal with the scared of it if I was out in the wild, which I can do with the Starlink. Anyway, my point is just that I have conflicting feelings, okay? I do have conflicting feelings. Elon Musk is a piece of shit. I do not like the fact that I am supporting him in any way, shape, or form. And if there was an alternative, I would do that. Oh no, it booked me down again. Hold on. Oh no, there's another gift. Oh my gosh, but I don't want to get to it before, because if I do, then I'll lose my place, but I'll get to it in a minute. Thank you so much. Okay, hold on. Where was I? There we go. Okay. Brenda. Um, yeah, Brenda, you are such a blessing to me. Thank you. So are you to me. Oh my gosh, you guys have no idea. I mean, I hope you have a little bit of an idea, because I like try to tell you, but there's no way I could really put it into words. Like, really what you mean to me. You keep me here. My daughter keeps me here for the most part, but you make it bearable. I mean, she does too. I don't want to discount, like, my daughter's everything, obviously. But you guys. Anyway, Anna, I thought you looked great with the red lipstick. Thank you. Charles, does the Discovery Pass get you free showers? In some places, yes. The Discovery Pass, so there's a lot of state parks that have showers. And if you have the Discovery Pass, you can go in and use the shower. You don't have to be a camper there in order to do it. So, like, outside of Port Townsend, which I'm still so bummed I didn't go there. Why did I not go there? I don't know. I was just like, I needed to get out of Washington at the time. My brain does weird things. Anyways, outside of Port Townsend, there's a state park. I think it used to be a fort or something, and I can't remember. It was really cool, but they have excellent showers there you can use. And then there's other places, yeah. So absolutely. In fact, I found Washington, I think, was probably the easiest place to find showers. They didn't have Planet Fitnesses, but as long as you had that Discover Pass, you could use a lot of showers there. Karen, did you get solar? I did. You know what? I broke the one. You know, you gave me those 2 solar panels because you're a brilliant, amazing, beautiful friend. And I am the worst because I broke one. I dropped one, and it just, the flexible ones. The wind blew it off, and it just never would work again after that. And then the other one, it just stopped working at some point. I'm sure it's something that I did. I think because they were flexible and I hadn't gotten them, I'm sure it's my fault. I'm sure I had moved, I broke it. I guess I broke it because it stopped working too. So I did buy the rigid ones. And I finally got those on the roof. I'll tell you all about it. I met this amazing girl, Jessica, who helped me put them on the roof. And so they're up there. Although I don't know how great they're doing. They're not giving me I should be able to get 400 watts, and I'm not even getting 200 most of the time, even in full sun. So I don't know if I'm doing something wrong, but it's still enough. It's enough. I can't be on my computer too much. In fact, I should probably check the battery at this point and see, because my computer's plugged in, if I'm running low there. But I haven't worried about my refrigerator not one time. So probably if I would have actually been smart and taken you up, Karen, on your offer of putting them on the roof while we were together, I probably would not have, I'm not a smart person sometimes, right? But the rain, I was really worried about trying to put adhesive stuff in the rain. I just didn't think it would hold, but now I'm like wishing that I would have, because then I ended up breaking both of them. I'm so sorry. I'm assuming the second one was my fault too. Had to have been. Karen, do I have Starlink? Yes, that's what this is. This is a test to see if my Starlink works, and I think it does, which means I can do more of these. So that's really exciting, because this is so much fun. Just like chatting. I'm probably gonna have to go soon because I'm probably running low on battery. My computer does take an awful lot of battery, and the solar can't keep up with it. Unfortunately, I don't have enough solar for that. But yes, Melanie, hi. Your openness about depression has helped me so much, also just showing me that I can live in a van and be okay. You can. You can. And I know I talk about how I don't love it. I mean, I don't. I have to be honest. But I am okay. I am so much more okay than I would be without this van. So much more. I can't even imagine. I can't imagine how people live on the street. I am so sorry that people have to live on the street, because I can't imagine it. Just living in the van, I have all these feelings and thoughts, like the feelings and thoughts that I would have if I didn't even have that. Like, at least I have a home. I have a home. that keeps me safe, that I can lock the doors. And so, yeah, it's, and there's going to be more and more and more and more of us, I think, that will end up on our vehicles. And it is great to know that you can, and that, you know, you can be okay. You can. Adornments for you. Hi, Birdie. It's good to see you, too. Hi. Dagnolia. I have to go see my swamp friends. Oh, give them kisses for me. I pretend they need me to be there at 4. Of course they do. Of course they do. They've gotten used to you. Give them kisses for me. Dead 00017. I still remember watching you for the first time and when you went hiking. Aw. Was that the Whidbey hike? Aw, that's so cool. Mr. Dolce Vita, you are a healer. When I listen to you talk, I feel much better. Wow. Like, I don't even know how to take some of that in, you know? That's really cool. Thank you. I hope you feel good right now. Tina Lucille. Anna Banana, facts. That's right. Anna Banana says, gotta find a Greek bakery for the best rum cake. It might be a Greek thing? Now, that's not the bundt cake, right? Because that's not what this was. That's the only thing I could find online. Now maybe I need to look up Greek rum cake. Yeah. Annabana, fuck has replaced shit in this world. Yes. Excuse me. Stephanie, yes, but it's the local bakeries that supply it in at the supermarket, so it's a regional food. You'll have to come visit and we'll stock you up on rum cake. Oh, I would love it. Okay, so you do. Okay, all right. Well, that gives me hope that I might eventually get to taste it again. Allie, Derbyshire in the Peak District at the moment is dark at 4 p.m. and it doesn't get light till 8 a.m. Very long days. Look the Peak District up. You'd love it. Ooh. Okay, it's autumn, but very cold already. Really. I'm in Southern California right now, so it's actually, I think, 71 right now. That sounds like I'm bragging. I'm not. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It's going to be cold soon. Trust me. Anyway, Derbyshire. Is that in the UK? Sounds like it would be a UK thing, and I have always wanted to visit the UK. Although there's not a lot of places I don't want to visit, frankly. Although there's places that I wouldn't go, like, right now. You know, maybe when things settle down a little bit. Carly, hi Birdie, nice to see you. Hi from Canada. Hello, it's so good to see you too. Alicia Clifton, yay, you're learning how to go live. I am. I think I get to do it on a regular basis. I'm excited. Kosti said, Adidas rum cake. They're made in Miami. Can I have it sent here? Debbie. Oh, Debbie, thank you so much. Debbie gave me a $10 gift. Thank you so much, Debbie. Girl, you know you've already given me too much, though. Sweetheart. I love you so much. Charles, don't run out of hazelnut coffee creamer. That's right, baby. Now you know. I got it. In fact, I probably need to go buy some tomorrow. So, thanks for the reminder. And I've tried so many other flavors, and there's just nothing else that does it for me. It's got to be hazelnut. Anna Vanna, I agree about being an empath. Takes a lot to learn how to shut others' vibes. It's exhausting. That's why I'm a recluse and agoraphobic. Yeah, like, I don't know, I don't know enough about, like, empath versus just somebody having empathy versus, like, but I do know that for whatever reason, I cannot see someone feeling something and not feel the exact same thing. If you're crying, I'm crying. If you're laughing, I'm laughing. If you broke a bone, I felt it. And that can be a lot. That can be a lot. I can't help it, I can't turn it off, right? Like, and you're saying you can't turn it off. So many of us just can't. And it is not a fun experience when you're empathizing with a negative feeling, Sacred Mess Brew. Oh, you're here in real time. Hi. Oh, she says my heart. Oh, that's so sweet. My heart. Thank you. Anna, we in chat are better than CBD gummies today. That's right. That's exactly right. Who needs it? Not me. Well, maybe tonight. Just to help me sleep a little bit. Carly also gave me a gift. Carly, thank you so much. You guys. That is so totally and completely unnecessary, but thank you so much. Stephanie, you don't have, let's see, you don't have any moderators, but you should, especially for lives. I know I should. You're absolutely right. I should. I think I did. I think I put, I want to say, oh my God, my brain is going blank. Anyway, I know I need to do that, particularly if we get to the point where I'm doing these regularly and we get like a lot of people. There's no way to do lives on a regular basis, especially if you end up with a lot of people there, where you're not going to have somebody in there trying to make somebody feel bad. And that is not acceptable. Especially, I need to figure out, in fact, well, if you see something that needs to be thrown out, somebody that needs to be thrown out, let me know and I'll go into YouTube and figure out how to do that. Although, again, like I said, I probably have maybe 5 or 10 more minutes left because battery situation. But Jada, hello again. I'm from the East Coast and can send you a recipe. We're friends on TikTok, so I can send it there. TikTok, I love TikTok, and I started using it again. And in fact, I put a video up saying like, oh my God, TikTok, so their algorithm is so much better. I'm so glad to be back. And I think everybody thought that I meant that I was going to start posting there again. I never really intended to do that. I was just really grateful to go through the feed and have it actually feed me things that I want, because YouTube's feed isn't as good at that as TikTok is. But then the announcement was made that like Peter Thiel and his are going to be owning Barron Trump going to be owning TikTok now, and I'm already seeing things happening over there, so I just stopped. I stopped going there. I'm sorry. Very rarely do I go to TikTok anymore. But I will go. I will go if I can get myself a rum cake recipe, because I am gonna have access to an oven for 2 whole weeks. So I'll have to be making myself that. Okay. She took the long way home. The Washington Discover Pass already increased to $45. It's only for day use entrance, but if there's showers in a day use area, you can use them. Right. That still feels not too bad. But that's because I'm coming from California, California's annual park pass is just as expensive as the United States annual park pass. It's in the $80, somewhere around $80. So $45 is still not that bad, considering it gets you a whole year to go in. But, everything's going up. It's not good either. Annabana says the word gosh bothers me. Is that weird? I mean, I think we all have words that probably don't sound right in our ears, so not weird. I say not weird. Patricia. Oh, Patricia says you can call me Ruth anytime. Oh, honey. Buy yourself a treat for supper, she says. Oh, thank you so much. You guys. Jeez Louise. What did I do to deserve any of this? That's crazy. Thank you so much. Jamie, I don't comment often, but I've been here since the beginning. I love your videos so much. Thank you. And don't worry about commenting. I'm bad at commenting. I watch so many people's videos and remember to actually comment on that video 1 out of every 100, maybe. I just don't remember. And also because a lot of times, well, I won't go into the whole details about it because that's probably boring, but I just don't remember. So don't feel bad about it. Thank you so much for being here. That's the best right there. Just watching is the best. Thank you so much. Tina says, my father suffered from MDD. I take after him. My mother does not. MDD. I feel like I know what that is, but I can't think of what that is. MDD. I'll look it up. Annabana, in a pinch, if you could stay overnight in a hospital parking lot. I have done that. Although I worry about it, even though I worry less that's the only parking lot I will ever do. And I will only ever do that if I just can't find anything else. Because there are some places where it's very difficult to find street parking. Like places that just don't allow it at all, anytime. So I have done and will do a hospital, but it is technically a private lot. And if you aren't there to see somebody, they can technically still get you, right? Which usually just means the knock and makes you leave. So it's really not that big of a deal, but it's still like a fear, But I agree, it is a excellent choice if you cannot find street parking. But I feel nervous, a little more nervous in private lots, but it's probably fine. Most of the, really, how many knocks have we really ever gotten? I've been doing this for 2 years now, and I've gotten the knock. I haven't gotten it in a long time. Since I've been parking on streets, I've never gotten it. I got the knock 3 times, I think, in the first few months that I was there, but that's because I was in private lots. So it's really not a thing that happens all that often. I think we worry a lot more. A lot of us worry about things that we probably don't need to worry about too much. All right, I'm going to just do a little bit more because I am worried about batteries. So I'm just going to do a little bit more. I'm going to try and get caught up really fast here because you guys are so freaking cool. I cannot believe how many of you guys just showed up with no notice at all. That's so cool. All right, so Susie says, good to see you. My memory is terrible as well. Thank you. Yes, thank you for understanding. Carol, I can imagine the anxiety is awful. It certainly can be. Anna, okay, she's talking to somebody else. Diane, hi. Hello, Birdie. I'm late, but backing up my computer to hear you from my beginning. Oh, that's so sweet. Hi. Hello. How are you doing today? Northern Summer. I'm like that every morning, like a blank piece of paper. Can be stressed and worried for a long time, overwhelmed but never depressed. Full-time caretaker to hubby and alls. Tired but not depressed. See? And that's amazing. I'm so glad to find out that, like, a lot of people really just don't. They just don't have to deal with that. And that's so freaking cool. I'm so grateful for you. Ninja Boo Kitty, hello! Hi! Let's see. Feminine Poet, wow, thank you. Always love my son. Aw, hi Wayward. It says nice to see you smile. Thank you. Hi. It's good to see you too. I love that you always love your son. Ninja says, do you know I used to call you Ninja Book Kitty? I think maybe, I feel like, have we talked about that before? I used to, when I would see you, I'd say Ninja Book Kitty. It took me a second to realize you were Ninja Boo. It's Ninja Boo, ma'am. Anyways, good for you. It sounds like even if you get the knock, you can just, oh well, and go on to the next spot without much anxiety. Now that I don't actually think that's true. I do think that I would still get the, because, especially now, because like, even though I think 99.999% of the people that would knock would just say go, right? There is now an executive order in place that would allow them to cart me off to jail. And would allow, now I don't know if this is actually happening yet, so I'm not trying to fearmonger, but it would allow, under the current way that it's written, to incarcerate me for how long? Nobody knows. Maybe forever. Like, the way it's written. So, I think I would still have a lot of anxiety that it wasn't, because if it's the wrong person, and I say the wrong thing, but I'm tired of worrying about it, so I've just decided to stop. for the most part. Hold on, I lost my place again. Oh, wait, Charles is talking about how I ruined the solar panels. Yes. And let me just tell you, the amount of shame and guilt I have about that. It took me a while to even admit to Karen, hi Karen, it took me a while to even admit to you that I had broken the first one. Because that one was my fault. I put it on the roof, and I knew that there was a bit of wind, and I didn't think it was that bad, but I did know the wind existed. And I went in to put my laundry in, and when I came back out, I watched it just go flop on the asphalt. That one was 100% my fault, and it took me a minute to admit it, because she was so very nice to give them to me. And then I broke them. So, if you want me to feel bad about it, know that I do. We're already there. Hang on one second. Okay, where was I? Flexes, I'm a mod for other channels. Of course, I only block mean comments. Yes, see, that's the way. Mine shows 98. I don't know. I'm sorry if I must forget what we were talking about. And if you get the knock, be polite and move. Tell them you're tired and they can suggest somewhere to park for a rest. That's great. Tell them I'm tired. That's a good one. Absolutely be polite. I'm most definitely not an antagonizer myself. Ninja. Carly says, amen. Billionaires are selfish. Agree. I think anything over $1 billion, like, I'm fine. If you want to get to that billion mark, like people say billionaires shouldn't exist at all. I don't know if I agree with that. I think you should be able to get to that billionaire mark. But I do think that everything you make over that billion, 99% of it should be taxed. I don't think you should be able to get to a billion.1. And I definitely don't think you should be able to get to 2 billion. Not with how much suffering and pain is going on and how you can't even spend all the money you already have. The amount of money you're making on interest alone. And you need more. While there are people sleeping on the streets. Mm-mm. 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 I don't think it's right. And I can't imagine, like, if I was even just a millionaire, the amount of money that I would be giving away to people. Now, yes, that means I would never become a billionaire, but that's good. As long as I've got enough money to make sure that I'm in housing forever and I can have treats whenever I want it. I can go to the movies whenever I want it. I know my daughter's good whenever she needs it. And, like, I am good for life. And I got stuff to hand down to my daughter, a home and vehicles and stuff to hand down to my daughter. I am wealthy. After that, the money I make on the interest alone, that gets given to the waitress every time I go out to eat. That gets given to the valet person every time I need to park my car somewhere. That gets given to charities. That gets given to, I'm not just putting that away in the bank. I cannot imagine that mentality. I cannot understand that mentality. You could be life-changing for people. On a regular basis, you could change people's lives. You could go out to eat. Somebody is like a waitress is particularly nice to you, very awesome, and you, at the end of the thing, say, here's a check for $1,000. Here's a check for $50,000. Go buy yourself a house. If I've got $1 billion in the bank, you don't think I'm buying waitresses' houses? You wrong. You're wrong. I am. People are going to have houses around me. People are going to have food around me. People are going to have transportation around me. I don't need all that. Nobody needs all that. I think it's gross. I do. I just think it's gross. Tina agrees. Billionaires, soon to be trillionaires. He's going to be a trillionaire. He just received that package where as long as, like, everything goes the way they want it to go with Tesla and all that, he's going to get $1 trillion. $1 trillion. And people talk about money like it's not finite, like it's totally not finite. But here's the thing. So resources are finite. So all the things that you're buying with that money, homes, land, things with batteries in it, things with all these different minerals and stuff in it that, are required, all that stuff is finite. So yes, you're taking it away from other people. Yeah, you are. You just are. It's finite. So what are you doing? There's how many billions of people in the world? 6 billion? I don't remember. I looked it up recently, but now I can't remember. And most of them are miserable so that a handful can have more money than they could ever possibly spend. How is that right? Sorry. A little bit of a rant, whatever. Carol says, as much food that is wasted, nobody should go hungry. One of the worst and most disgusting things is that these businesses that have all this leftover food at the end of the day, and rather than bring it to the homeless shelter or like just put it out the front door so that people, like, whatever it is that they throw it away. And in fact, they get angry at the employees if the employees take any of it, this food that's going to be thrown away. And the reason they do that is because they don't want free food out there. They want the people to have to come in and spend money on it the next day, so they just throw away perfectly good food and sandwiches. The amount of bagels that get just thrown away every day. Hungry people, and you just throwing bagels away. Okay. I don't think it's good. I don't think it's right. But then I'm a socialist, so for the most part. I'm kind of a social democrat. I do think we probably need a little capitalism in there, but mostly socialism, although I could be convinced that we should just abolish capitalism. I could easily be convinced of that too. Anna says, muskrat is such a creep. Indeed. Ninja, no, that is absolutely correct. It was United Nations World Food Program. Maybe you weren't talking to me, or maybe I don't remember. I'm so sorry. I have 100 watching now. You're kidding, Susie. That's so cool. Oh my gosh. And I'm about to make everybody, I'm about to have to leave. I'm so sorry. Charles, I think more of the van life people could find jobs. Well, I think that in an awful lot of people, that there's all kinds of different van lifers, right? And there's an awful lot of people who do it voluntarily. They want to do it, and because it can be an amazing, wonderful lifestyle. And a lot of them do have jobs. Most of them, I think, probably do have jobs. And then you have an awful lot of people who are in vans because they can't work a job. And I know that a lot of people don't believe that. And we'll be talking about that more in videos upcoming. I have some planned. So, no, not everybody could. Whatever you believe. Sometimes you believe things that aren't true, Charles. Believe it or not. Anyway. Tina, I loved what Billie Eilish said to the billionaires. Me too. I did too. She's like, some of y'all have a lot. She gave like $11 million. She's a millionaire, but she gave $11 million. It's not like she's a mega millionaire. She's not a billionaire. I mean, she's probably a mega, I don't know, but she gave $11 million, which is a significant amount of her thing, to charity. I can't remember exactly what she gave it to. But then she was talking about how, like, now listen, a lot of y'all have a hell of a lot more money than I do, and you ain't giving nothing. She called the billionaires out on a couple of different platforms, and I love her for that. But I also really just love her music, so I was already a Billie fan, but that solidified it for sure. Carol, Birdie, you are a safer having internet. I agree. I am safer having internet. I do agree with that. Particularly like if I'm going to go out into the wild, which is what I'm hoping to do soon. I do feel like I'll be safer. Ninja, give Birdie her wings. Oh, thank you, Ninja. That's very sweet. Melanie, yes, Charles is a troll. Yeah, we just figured that out for sure, definitively. But again, I'm one of these people that's really weird about, like, I actually genuinely do believe in free speech. And I think unless you are genuinely trying to hurt somebody, you can say whatever you want to say. But the minute I really think you're trying to hurt somebody, I will take you out. And but I also have a pretty high threshold for that. So at this point, I'm going to leave that alone. Also because we're getting ready to get off. But if he gets meaner, I'll go in. But at this point, he's just kind of being insignificant, right? Okay, let's see. I moderate. Stephanie says I moderate for 2 other channels if you ever feel you. Oh, really? Oh, yes. Yes, Stephanie. Okay. Do I just need your username? Let me take a picture of it. Hold on. I already know Stephanie, but I don't know the rest of it. So let me take a picture of it. And then I'll add you. Thank you. That's awesome. Let's see. You need better battery and better inverter. Well, it's weird. I'll go into it later. I really do need to get off soon, but I do need more. I need more solar, I think, and maybe one more power station. I'm saving up. I'll get there. I'm so much better off than I was. I have 400 watts on my ceiling, even though for some reason it only gives me like 150 on the regular. Sometimes it'll get up to 200. I don't know why it's so low. So bad at getting distracted, aren't I? I'm sorry. I'm saving up. I will get there. I keep hoping I'll get a sponsorship request. I get sponsorship requests for stuff all the time. I get, there's probably 200 requests in my emails for people that want to sponsor, send me a sponsored product. But nothing that I care about or I think y'all care about. And so I'm not going to do it. But I keep hoping that maybe I'll get a sponsor request for another big power station. That'd be cool. Or another solar panel would be good too. Eventually we'll get there. We're way better than we were. And just the fact that my refrigerator, I haven't had to worry about it dying not one time since I put that stuff on my roof. I'm set. The rest of it we can work out. The rest of it I can wait on. We have to live it. I have followed you since the start and have told everyone what an amazing example of what an open heart and authentic looks like. Oh my gosh. Thank you so much. Wow. What a sweet thing to say. Thank you so much. Wow. Yes, people mad at Charles. Because, Charles, you're wrong. You're wrong. A lot of people can't. Charles, you're wrong. In case it's the first time you've been told that today. You are wrong. And a lot of people agree with me that you're wrong. So, there you Um, oh, Musi. I'm not sure how to say it, but from Holland. Greetings from Holland. Hello, way over there. It's very cool to see you. Enchanted Zennial, this has been so much fun. You're a blessing. Have to drop, but have a wonderful day and weekend. You too. Ms. Ruby, your $50 is going to go to some millionaire billionaire. You might as well have a reliable internet. I know what you mean, though. Oh, yeah, that's true. My money's going to go to a millionaire billionaire anyway, probably. Might as well get internet out of it. You're always right, Charles, is people going to hate. Well, yeah, assholes. I pretty routinely hate assholes. So, maybe not hate. In fact, I'd only say there's probably 1 or 2 people in this whole world that I hate, but dislike strongly. Yes. Okay, I'm gonna just speed roll it now. Okay, saw that Carol. Stay blessed, Birdie. Please go live again. I will now that I know I can. Musi, it's nice to catch you live. Charles, I'm just gonna ignore yours from now on. Wildflower sings, no worries, love. I hail from a cult, and they like to use shunning to get ones in line. I apologize for my scars. They be fresh. Don't you worry about that, baby. Don't you worry about that. We all have scars. I love you. Anna, in mid-Michigan, getting our first winter storm already. Oh my gosh. Ninja Boo, dang, the stream is way behind the comments. Oh, am I really? I'm sorry. Okay, I'm going faster. Anna says that's an empath. Okay, all right. Okay, thank you. Okay, I probably should learn about that. Melanie, I'm in Vancouver, was 2 degrees last night, or 38 for you Americans. I was going to say Celsius or Fahrenheit. Thank goodness for layers of fleece. No freaking doubt. And an insulated van. No freaking doubt. Karen, I'm fine with it. I'm so glad you have regular solar hard panels. Oh, Karen, thank you for saying that. Thank you so much for saying that. Oh my God. Thank you. Are you still using a Bluetti? I never had a Bluetti. I had generic things. I'm still using just like generic power stations. Zachary, hi, I love you. You say you love my videos and I love you. Thank you. Suzanne, thank you. Suzanne gave me a gift. Love your smile and giggle. It makes my day. Oh, Suzanne, thank you so much. That's so cool. Thank you. Flex, as I watched the football. Oh, no, sorry, you're talking to somebody else. Tina, yes, Birdie, you're definitely an empath. Okay, interesting. Thank you. I'm going to look into that. Shabby says, sorry, I have to keep leaving, but I will watch replay tomorrow. Baby, don't you worry. Don't you worry about that. You just take care of yourself. Remember how important you are. Damn it. Allie, okay, talking to somebody else. Carol, Birdie, have a great weekend. Bye. Anna, no apologies needed. Oh, sorry, talking to somebody else. Sid, hi. Nice to see you. What are we talking about? Random shit. I'm getting ready to go in a second. But it's so good to see you. Carly, hello. Hi, Carly. So proud of you, Birdie. You have conjured so much amazing. Thank you. Melanie, MDD, major depressive disorder. How did I not know that? Okay, I should have known that. Yes, that's a rough one. Okay, I lost my place again. Oh goodness, where was I? Okay, I just did that. Almost there, guys. Major depressive disorder. Hello, Birdie from Anchorage. Hi, Elizabeth. Good to hear you. Hi, Elisa. Carol. Thank you, Carol. Anna Banana, I thought you has asked what you talked about tonight. Sorry if I'm mistaken. Oh, you're talking to somebody else. Shit happens. We gotta move on. Yes, Anna. Phoenix Flying. Hello. I'm late. That's okay. I'm sorry I didn't tell anybody I was gonna be here. Elizabeth, I'm with John Locke on this one. Accumulate only insofar it spoils. Yes. 84 in the chat. 84 people. Oh, wow. Ah, my God, you're kidding. Do you consider the people millionaires support? I don't have time to go into that, but we can talk about that in the next one. We can do a whole political live chat if you want. Sarah says, it's like Billie Eilish said, if you're a billionaire, why are you a billionaire? Especially a multi-billionaire. Fallen Star, Holler, Lollipop Guild shares. I have no idea what that means, but cool. Flex says, love Billie. She's amazing. God, her voice is like butter. Sarah, I don't understand why having that much money is even something people want. Why would you want more than you can even spend? Anna, money isn't the root of all evil. It's the love of money that is. Amen, sister. Thank you. It's the hoarding of money, the love, and therefore hoarding. And the whole idea, like the power that gets wrapped up in it and stuff. Sarah, hello! I started using this all called Too Good to Go that lets local restaurants and businesses sell extra food for much less money. Interesting. Something I'll have to look into. It'd be really cool if we could stop wasting so much food. Sarah, while being a millionaire offers many advantages, potential downsides or challenges exist, which often center on psychological, social, and logistical issues that money alone cannot solve. True. Elizabeth, food waste in the U.S. is wild. True. Elisa, oh sweetie, if you can talk like this in America, you'll usually be labeled a socialist or communist. Capitalism is lots of people's religions. I understand that. It's not mine. Annabella, I love Bernie Sanders. Yes, love Bernie Sanders. See, I keep getting distracted, but Bernie, my plant died. We're going to have to try again on the plant, guys. I'm not good with plants at all. Tax millionaires, yes. Living in your van is a job right now. Your job is healing, and how privileged we are to be able to come along. Thank you. It's really cool. And Sarah says, and Mom Donnie, yes, love Mom Donnie. Go Mom Donnie. Oh my gosh, please, Mom Donnie, do your thing. Sarah, the problems associated with billionaires include their outsized influence on politics and media, potential for exacerbating inequality and poverty, and environmental impact through excessive consumption. Yes, perfectly said. Elizabeth, thank you so much for the gift. Oh, here's a free speech and agency. Amen, sister. Valerie, hello. Darn, I missed most of it. I'm so sorry. I'm going to do it again. That's why what the whole test was to make sure that I could start doing this on a regular basis. Mimi's treasure. Hi. I'm so late, but that's okay. Anna Banana, I'm sorry, I keep saying. I would be homeless if it weren't for my subsidized apartment and Social Security. I thank the heavens above every day. I'm so glad you have that. Oh, I'm so glad you have that. Pollyanna Travels, if you need to accept sponsorships to support yourself, then you go right ahead. Don't worry about us. Oh, but I do. I care way more about y'all than any sponsored bullshit. Do I need money? Yes. But I'm okay, right? Like, I'm okay. I have a van. I have enough money every month to pay for that van, to put gas in that van, to put gas in me, and to oil changes and stuff. So I'm okay. I am 1,000% okay. And I would much rather y'all trust me and, never do anything to screw this up. So sponsorships will never be more important to me than y'all. But I appreciate you saying that. Thank you so much. Tina, be careful with sponsorship emails, not to scare you. Some of the emails are phishing and have taken you oh, no, you're right. You're right. I shouldn't even be opening them. Montana wife, hello. I didn't know you were having a live because I didn't know I was having a live until I did it. But hello, thank you. Anna Venice, life or life. Susie, I live in the UK. 127 watching you. We went over 100. Oh my gosh, you're kidding. On the water. Oh, Birdie, good to see you. Heard you say you need to go soon. I do. I do. I think we're almost at the bottom here. Oh, I think I did it. I know I was just giving you a little crap. Okay, and I love you. Oh no, you were talking about Montana. Okay. I'm sorry. Hope, I'm thankful to get to see you live. Thank you so much. Flex says Charles you're wrong. See? Told you. A lot of us were telling you were wrong. Elisa, love you, sweetheart. Sweetie, hope we get to spend more time with you. You will. I'm going to be doing this on a fairly regular basis now. Like, anytime I'm in a good mood, and I'm in a good enough mood with the energy, and I freshly showered, or at least I don't look too gross, I will be going live. When those three things line up, Sheila says, see you next live. Flex says, bye Charles. Next time come with good vibes. Amen. We'll give you another chance, Charles. Just come with good vibes next time. Mimi says, bye. Anna, can you reach out to businesses and offer to sponsor? Maybe. If I reached out to businesses to offer, maybe. It's worth it. I could think about it. Hi Birdie. Hi Jamie. I'm just now getting off. I'm just now getting ready to get off. But thank you so much for coming. Thank you guys, all of you, so much. I cannot believe I just popped on here and you all just showed up. Like, what a freaking cool thing. But now I gotta go because I'm probably running low on battery and I don't want my refrigerator to die. So I love you so much. Thank you so much for showing up and the amazing things that you say to me just on a regular basis. Like, you feed me. in ways that I didn't even know I needed to be fed. So thank you so much. I love you all so much, and I will talk to you later.